everybody is faking it. Biggest mistake I made in medical school. Hello everybody, so my name's Amelia and I'm a first year medical student. I've just finished my first year, so I'm going into my second year in September. And this video is going to be about, if I could go back in time, what I wish I knew as a first year medical student. So let's get into it. So the first thing I wish I knew is not directly at medical students. I just was not expecting this. So I was not expecting it to be so independent. And I know that sounds absolutely ridiculous, but you kind of do just get left to your own devices, and what you do is on you essentially. It's so different to school. I guess I was used to in school and even sixth form, you have somebody stood there at the front of your class teaching you, and I know you have to go home and put the work in, but lectures are just not the same at all. You do have to basically teach yourself. Obviously you're getting given the information, but you do have to teach yourself. You have to go out and find your own resources. A lot of the time my university will put something online, like a resource online, and they don't tell us that it's online. We just have to come across it like it's word of mouth. I don't know what I was expecting, but I just wasn't expecting it to be as independent as it is. It does take a bit of getting used to. Now I'm used to it, it's absolutely fine, and I actually really enjoy it. But at the start it did take a bit of adapting to it. Second thing, this is probably one of my favourites, biggest mistake I made in medical school. So I wish that I knew that I needed to revise as I was going along, because I was learning the content. Every week I'd keep on top of everything that we needed to do. I'd do all the work before the sessions that I needed to do. I'd be hitting all the learning objectives, and then I would never look at it again. And that is the biggest mistake I made, because you need to be revising as you're going along, doing active recall, going back to things that you did 3 weeks ago. And I just didn't do that. When I revised my anatomy exam, I hadn't looked at the anatomy that I learned from 6 months ago. And I was like, why have I done this to myself? Definitely revise as you go along. That is one of my biggest tips, and it will make your life so much easier when it comes to sitting your exams, because if you revise as you go along, it's more at the forefront of your mind when it comes to revising for your exams. Third thing I wish I knew is the structure of the course. I went into medical school so naive. Honestly, looking back, I had no clue at all. I didn't know what would be taught. I didn't know how it would be taught. I didn't know what clinical skills was. I didn't know that we'd have anatomy in the lab. I had no clue the structure of the course, the aspects of the course, how it was taught. Obviously, I know every university is different, 100%, but it's very similar as well. Like, everybody has to learn anatomy. Everybody has to learn clinical skills, and I kind of just wish I did a bit of research so it just wasn't as new, because obviously you're in such a new place, you're making new friends, you're living somewhere new. It's new for some people living on your own, and I think if I would have known what I was walking into a bit more, it would have made the transition a bit better. So obviously I can't tell you what your course is going to be like, because all the medical school courses and university courses are different across the different universities. Kind of just wish I would have done a bit more research about how my course was taught specifically for my university. Next one. So I wish that I knew at the start of the year that everybody is faking it. Do not compare yourself to other people, because nobody's been 100% truthful in how many hours they're revising, how well or how bad they did, how easy or how difficult they found the test. Nobody's been 100% truthful about that. So do not compare yourself, because I compared myself so much to the people who did so well in our formative mock exams, and they had been revising 12-hour days, but I didn't see that. I didn't see all the hard work they were putting in. For a big chunk of my first year, I was like, I am not good enough. These people are so smart compared to me. I don't know anything. They know absolutely everything. And in reality, they were not being 100% truthful about how much they were revising or how difficult they found the exam, for example. You know, if somebody found it difficult, not everyone's going to say, I found that difficult. So don't compare yourself to other people, because you only see what's on the surface. You don't see how hard they worked, how difficult they found it. Somebody answers one question right and you think they know everything about medicine, and then the reality of it is they just know that thing very well. You might know something else that they don't know so well. So don't compare yourself. Don't think, oh, they know one thing so they know everything and I know nothing. Honestly, I wish I stopped doing that sooner than I did. The last thing I wish I knew, and one of the final things, is that the scores that you get in the formatives and the mocks that you sit throughout the year do not define what you are going to get at the end of the year. I failed basically every single mock exam that I did throughout the year, and I passed my final exams. And I'm not saying that slack, you're going to pass regardless, you need to put the work in. But what I'm saying is, don't let the bad scores you've got throughout the year get in the way of your pass, because it doesn't define you as a person, and it doesn't define your worth, it doesn't define whether you are able to pass. So don't think I failed all these formative so I can't pass the end of year exams, because you can. I did, you can. So I wish I knew that sooner, because this whole year I spent thinking, I failed all these exams, there's no chance I have the ability to pass the end of year one. And reality is, if you work hard, you can pass. So they are a few things that I wish I knew when I started first year, and things that I will be taking into my second year. So I really hope you have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have enjoyed, I'd really appreciate if you would subscribe to my channel and like and comment below. Thank you so much for watching.